going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turning it on. The 40. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Stopped in the backfield. He's gonna lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Wide open downfield. Open space in the middle. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They kept that one off in style. A 74-yarder for the score. He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And these in-breaking routes are so hard for these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
Snagged out of the air. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Right down the middle. Found a seam. Touchdown ball! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Nittany Lions are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself, it's just him and the pitch man one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Easy.
Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the one. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneak gets it done.
In a fourth and goal situation, bring in the beef, the goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Newton. Quarterback moving. Makes the catch. It's Hooks. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. With the catch, it's Garcia. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Using his legs to buy some time. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Newton. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The no-frills unis, but big-time swag from their backers in getting the sack.
And we are linebacker U. We find linebackers year after year that get after the quarterback that are so athletic, just straight playmakers.
Going to sling it on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Pulls it in. It's Scott. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The option look. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On fourth down, going to the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so you're running.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense make... Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Newton. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Connection to the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Floating away. Fires downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Zips it out to his man.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw again. Dances away. This one's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job on the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Quarterback making checks. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give on the inside. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Touchdown Volunteers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Throwing right. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they just
unleashes one deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Denmark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
He'll pull it down and run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on 4th down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them, and I don't think you're going to see him here either.
He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Fakes to grab. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. It's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. We're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 8 18th team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For the EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Volunteers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The give to the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
A strike downfield.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Past the 50. At the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Finds his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Might be looking to run. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
It's complete to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He'll do it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, those big sticks give everybody juice. When you bring it and you fold somebody up like that on the offensive side of the football, everybody on defense gets excited. That Mike linebacker got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss with authority.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the status. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Dances away to buy time. He throws into the middle of the field. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the option. Now the pitch. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And the Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
So here is the Tennessee offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Vols will have it 1st and 10. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Scott. Turning it. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And that is is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Working on the right. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He's got it. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Completes it in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground, and he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5.
All right, not ideal.